Hello, welcome to Nana's Journey, and today we're going to be making a table runner. It's going to be 5 blocks long, and the blocks are going to be 12 inches. And each unit is going to be a 4.5 inch unit. So this is our block. It's the Contrary Wife block. For the 5 blocks, you're going to need 5 4.5 inch squares for the center. And for these units right here, you're going to need 20 2.5 inch blocks of each of these right here, and that's those right there. I've already got them cut. And you will need 23 inch of both of these. I've got a navy polka dot and then the blue crosshatch. So these are 3 inch squares, and these ones are marked 1/2 inch from the center, on each side of the center. For this, you're going to need 10 5.5 inch squares cut diagonally. You're going to need 5 5.5 inch squares of the plaid, and you'll need 3 5.5 inch squares of the green crosshatch and 3 of the blue crosshatch. Or if you want them to be all the same color, you could just do 5 5.5 inch squares. So that's about it. I've already put these in sets. For each set for the hourglass, you're going to need 8 of the blue triangles, 4 of the plaid, so we'll put and then you'll need 2 of either the light blue or the green crosshatch, because you've got 2 green and 2 blue. Okay, let's start with the hourglass unit. I'm just going to flip that over. I'm going to start with this corner here and do a 1/4 inch seam. Now that we have our pieces made, we need to trim them. And I'm just going to use my Tucker trimmer. It's got the half circle there, so use it for your 4.5 inch square. You make sure your lines are good down here. You should have a 45-degree line on your ruler that you make sure goes through one of the seams so that you know you've got your square straight. Okay, and then you end up with a nice 4.5 inch square. Let me get those trimmed. Well, let me show you this one first. This is a 2.5 inch, and you do the same thing. You make sure your diagonal line is on the seam, and you square it up at 2.5 inches. Okay, so we've got these squared up, and I'll be right back when I have the rest of them squared up. And there you have it, a nice 12.5 inch block. Now I just need to put the other 4 together, and then we can put the borders on. So let me get that done and I'll be right back. Okay, I've got the blocks put back together, and I just kind of kept sewing and forgot to record putting the border on. But you just put a strip on each side and then on the top and give it a 1/4 inch seam. These strips are 1.5 inches so that I will have a 1 inch border. The next 2 borders will have 2 inch strips, so I will end up with a 1.5 inch border. And since it's kind of boring, I will see you when I get back. Okay, I've got all the borders on. And it's about 20 by 68. Now I just need to sandwich it and quilt it. Okay, I have the table runner sandwiched, and I just used some scraps for the back. And I am going to use this stencil for the middle flowers, and that'll fit right in there. And for the blocks, I'm just going to attempt to do like a feather in the blue. When I come up here, I'm going to come down, up. I'm going to come over here and then do the other side. I want to come over here, and then I'm going to go on the inside to sort of echo, and then I'm going to stop right there, and I'll come do these. I'll finish off that last line there, and back where I started, and I'm going to do that all the way around, and when I get back to here, I will do these lines, go over and then when I get all the way around, I will make one last pass to fill in the gaps, and then it will be done. Well, the stars will be done. I'll still need to do the borders. For the stars, I'll just hopefully this will show up. Okay, that'll show up good enough. Let me get these marked on, and then we will start quilting. Okay, the table runner is all put together and finished. It's bound, and it turned out pretty nice. You can see the nice stitching on the back, or, well, maybe you can't. So, but I think it'll work out really nice, and it was fun to do. It was nice to not have a really big quilt to work with. But thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you next time on Nana's Journey.